Hello everyone! It is time again to come together, and I had another realization that occurred to me when I was doing my morning brain dump. And actually, okay, before we talk about that, I want to talk about something that is kind of bothering me. I guess it's a good and bad thing. So I want to know if this is happening to you as well. If you're taking time to actually process things and think through what you're thinking about it, how you're feeling about it, are you noticing this happen? Which is having trouble sleeping, like physically sleeping. I'm having a hard time sleeping because I'll have these things in my mind. I'll be thinking about them. I'll be waking up actually way too early, like 4 o'clock in the morning, and it will be like I have these things on my mind and I'm thinking about them, and I'm like thinking of something new about that particular item, whatever that item is, whatever the topic is. It is now happening all the time. I want to say it would have happened every once in a while, of course, like when you have something on your mind, you're just like thinking about it. It might have happened maybe once in a blue moon. I don't know. We need some sensory. Once every few months it would happen. But now it's happening once or more a week where I'm actually waking up with these like realizations. So yeah, it's kind of annoying, and I really would prefer to sleep, I think, because it's like, can't I be thinking about these things in a decent hour? But apparently no, my brain is like, you must wake up and think about this right now. And so that's what ends up happening. So that being said, one of the things that I was thinking about recently was I kind of came to a breakthrough when it comes to acting different when I'm out in the world versus when I'm at home. And it almost feels like, I guess the best way to describe it would be that I'm in a job interview all the time, like 24/7, I'm in a job interview. Now, I've actually been a part of the backside of a job interview where I'm not the interviewee, I'm the interviewer. And so it's kind of interesting to see how people kind of come to the table with a little bit of their personality, but you do recognize that like what they're bringing is, it's not exactly them. There is an essence of them in there, but it's very filtered. It's very presentable and presented in a certain way, so that, I mean, obviously everybody wants to be successful in an interview and they want to get the job. And so I realized this is me. This is my life, where I'm kind of like acting like I'm in a job interview all the time. So when I'm at work, I'm in a job interview. I want people to accept me for the job. And so therefore I must present this person that they will accept. Because what if they see the real me? What if they see me who is, maybe not as put together? I feel like that's a big part of it. I want to be seen as put together. And so that's what I put out there. Now, am I like a total mess? No, I'm not a total mess. I mean, there's messy parts, but I'm definitely editing. I'm hiding that because I'm putting out there this person who is gonna get the job. I want to get the job. And what is that job? Whatever the job is, meaning I'm that good coworker. I'm that good friend. I am whatever you need me to be. That's what I'm gonna be, because I'm gonna get the job. Gosh darn it. And I know this is gonna sound kind of conceited and maybe full of myself, but I am aware of what it will take to get the job. How do I know that? Because I'm paying attention to the people around me. I'm listening to and figuring out what they like and what they don't like, what works for them, what doesn't work for them, and that I'm taking in, and I'm thinking, okay, this is the kind of person that they need, so this is what I'm going to be. And that's what ends up happening. So when I realized that I'm basically on a job interview, like, well, 100%, well, okay, maybe not 100, 90% of the time that I'm out there interacting with the world, then what they see is this person that I want them to see, I want them to accept, and I've learned what is acceptable based on gathering all the data. Part of it is also seeing what they don't accept from other people, what they kind of put down on other people. And so by me hearing that, it's also like, okay, note taken, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because other people don't like that. So I'm going to hide that part of myself. And unfortunately, that means that I become this person that yes, I'm very hireable, but I become a very standard, bland kind of person. And who I'm putting out there, yes, is accepted, but it's not at a very deep level. And I need to be okay with not getting the job all the time. I need to be okay with some people just not wanting to hire me and saying, okay, well, I see what you're giving us, but we just don't need that. Thank you very much. And that's okay, because I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and not everybody likes tea. I just need to stop acting like I'm in an interview all the time and just be myself. Be okay with sharing my thoughts and my feelings and all those things that are unique to me, not necessarily always putting out something that I think this is what people want. Maybe just putting out me, and if they want it, then they want it, and if they don't, then they don't. And that is just, it's so, again, I mean, all these things are so easy to say, but then when push comes to shove, I revert back to my old practices of being the very quiet person all the time, and just taking in what are people wanting. Okay, that's what I will be, and go. But that has not led to deep relationships. It's led to not being voted off the island, but it hasn't been leading me to deep connections. I want more. I want more than just something on the surface. And the only person that can change that is me. I need to change my actions and my behaviors and just put myself out there. It goes back to being vulnerable to share the darkness. I mean, I'm finding out the darkness, and what's weird is, like, I do share, but it's still at an arm's length, and I'm trying to be as authentic as possible, but it's still like, we're just gonna keep it right there and not go any further. Trust me, you don't want to see this other stuff, because it makes me human. Okay, I've talked enough. Do you feel similarly that you are acting like you are in a job interview when you go out and meet the world? I always like to kind of think about what the solution is, and obviously the solution is going to be just be myself and put myself out there and be okay with being not accepted for the job. And so that's all I have for today, and I am happy to see you again, and I will see you next time.